Steady.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for being here, gang. And for those men out there who have children, happy Father's Day. Can I be the first to wish you that, guys? Yeah, we got some dads. Dads in the house. I like it. Hey, so this week, guys, marks my third visit here to Morris County. And I have to tell you, I have fallen in love with, first of all, how beautiful this place is. The people. I love the people here. But I've been most sort of fascinated with the history. Right, I love the history. Ever since I'm a little kid, I've been fascinated with the American Revolution, right? And so I'm studying the history of Morristown as part of what I was doing coming into today's little presentation for you. And I learned that George Washington sure has a lot to do with our history and our love for history here. He not once, but twice. Forget those guys in Valley Forge. They get all the credit. But twice he set up camp here, and I learned that it's at least largely in part because we're right between Philadelphia and New York. So that begs the question from a football perspective, if George were around today, would he be an Eagles fan? Would he be a Giants fan? Yeah? Maybe the Jets? Boy, we're here to talk about football today, and we're excited. My name is Tommy. Again, I think I got a chance to meet everybody on the way in here. This wasn't possible today without the help from Chris, Steven, Kendra, the whole gang here at the Dover Sportsplex. Can we give them a little round of applause? Yeah. I'm sure the empanadas are delicious. So thank you for feeding us today. And to my left, another young man I'm sure needs no introduction, but Clegg Schlosier, along with Noel, Samantha, the whole gang at Morris County Alliance. They're serving as kind of an advisor to the team to help us get this thing started in the right direction. And where's David Hemler? Love that guy.
Right here.
Oh, of course. So you'll get to hear from David here in a little bit. He and his son Patrick have just been awesome helping make this happen with our 3-year lease at Menon Arena. We're excited about that. We've been working on this for a long time, right? Since before the weather got cold and through the winter. So really excited about that. So everybody, each one of you, we're so grateful to have you here. So when we first began working on this project, we thought, well, who could we have that is football passionate, that's knowledgeable, that people respect? Somebody who was a great athlete. We went after a guy just like that. Unfortunately, he said no. We got down to, he knows we're kidding. No, it's actually a funny story. So I owned a business with Tim Brown, another Hall of Famer, and I asked him, I'm like, hey, Tim, like, I don't need somebody at your level. It doesn't have to be a Hall of Famer, but I need help. And he interrupts me. He goes, Tommy, all I hang out with is Hall of Famers, right? So just so cool. How cool are these guys that they can say that? And I can tell you, if you get to know Andre, he is more than he was a good football player. He's just a good man. He's a good soul. He's funny, and he's great to be around. Participates in everything that we ask him to, above and beyond. So I just love this guy. But he did play a little bit of football. He caught 3 touchdown passes in 90 seconds. In a game known as the greatest comeback in sports. Played for a team not too far away from here in Buffalo for the majority of his career after a great college football career in Kutztown. The Allentown, Pennsylvania native has really come full circle. We got to hear him speak yesterday at a Juneteenth celebration, and just to hear his story, get to know this guy if you get a chance, because he's really special. But for us, he's a leader. He's a guy with a vision. We're so proud to have him as part of this. Let's give him one more round of applause. Hall of Famer, Art Commissioner Andre.
Thank you, Tommy. Hey, you want to get up here and talk more about me? I'm very excited to be here in Morris County. Football's football, no matter where it's played. And to be a part of this group that's passionate about the game that I love, that I've been playing. I played since I was 8 years old. I started about 8 years old playing the game of football. And obviously, you can go on any social media network and find out what I did. But it's not all about me. It's about one thing that he said. It's about bringing that sense of community to wherever we go. And we want the community to be a part of what we're doing. The game of football has always been in my blood, and to be able to give back is really important to me. And I want to be with people that have the same passion that I have of giving back and making people believe they still have a dream to play at the next level. And then these small communities, just like Allentown, Allentown's about 100 and some thousand. I was talking with, what's your name again, ma'am? I'm sorry. Lois is from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, right?
Oh,
You're from Bethlehem.
oh well.
See,
Sorry, Lois.
All right. I forgot to tell you guys, I took a lot of hits to the head, too. That's part of my deal. I use that one a lot. So, yeah. So you're from Bethlehem, right? She has family in Bethlehem. So you can be from Bethlehem, too. That's okay. But we talked about the Bethlehem, Allentown, Easton area and how passionate they are for sports and just a tight-knit community. You don't have anything really concrete unless everybody's in it together in the community. And when you can teach people not only about the game that you love, but they feel that sense of that community, it just makes it better for everybody in every business around here. That's why we're here. And we plan on doing that. Again, I got a great group of people behind me. Tommy's been doing this for a while. Doug, Will, Lisa, everybody involved in the ENTFLA is just tremendous. And yesterday we had a great time with Kroll in New York City. I did a little speech about my career to a certain point and talked about the passion of the game that I still have. And it was a great success there. So we're excited to be here. Can't wait to get started. And thank you guys for having us.
To give you kind of a sense of what this game is, indoor football has been around for a long time. We have made a real effort to polish it and mold it to be something that we think is going to be just an incredible time for young families, for people of the community. We're going to play 7-on-7 football on a field that fits in a hockey rink. So it's a 50-yard field rather than 100 yards. It's not just half the length, it's half the width. So it's a quarter the size of, say, the Giants field. So you got that little field with 7-on-7 football being played. We've eliminated kicking, right? So you go for it on fourth downs. Very, very cool, right? There's no field goals. You go for those 2-point conversions. It's a very physical game. So you're going to see more big hits and more touchdowns. Scores will be in the 70s and 80s per team. There's no 6 to 14 games in this style of football. And it's done with a reduced play clock, 20 seconds. There's no huddles, 12-minute quarters. We're going to have a high-level professional football game featuring guys, some of whom played in the NFL on practice squads or got released. A lot of Division I college football guys. We'll be recruiting the best athletes from across the country to come here to call Morris County home for a couple months every summer, because we play 4 home games, 4 road games, and then a 9th regular season game that's at a neutral site in the preseason. We use that neutral site game for expansion. We're looking at Syracuse, New York, a couple of other places for season 2. So we're excited to work on that. So these guys will come here, be part of this community June, July, and August every year when we play, starting in 2025. So you're going to have this 2-hour kind of reduced but very, very high-level professional football game, followed by a really high-level concert. So we'll start off with tailgating, with jumping castles for kids and live music. You come watch this incredible football experience where you're literally the thickness of the hockey walls, because we remove the glass, from inbounds. You'll see these guys jump up to catch passes, fly over the wall, land in your lap, knock your hot dog out of your hand. It happens every game. It's very, very cool. Catch a football in our league, you get to keep it. So we'll go through 30, 40, 50 footballs sometimes in a game. So a really cool souvenir for fans, right? The players you have to throw back, though, if they land on you. But the balls you take home with you. So at halftime, we're going to bring in America's Got Talent type halftime acts every single game. So we want people to be so excited about what we're doing at halftime that they'd rather miss part of the game they paid to come see. If they have to get up to go to the bathroom, right? At halftime, you want to be in your seats to see what we got this time. After the game, fans get to flood the field, meet all of the players, get autographs, the cheerleaders, the coaches, the mascots, while we set up on the other half of the field a stage arrangement for a concert. And again, Doug, I think, is going to talk a little bit about the concerts, but it's going to be a high-level concert. It's not local cover bands. We want to create a 4 or 5 hour event that people can't wait for on Saturday nights, starting really in the mid-afternoon, going into the evening. So it's going to be a ton of fun, and we hope that we're going to give young men, players, breathe life into them, give them an opportunity to get back to higher levels of pro football, the Canadian Football League, the UFL, formerly the XFL. And even on, you'll see guys that'll make it through to the NFL occasionally, which is really exciting. It's neat to see a guy that we got to know hanging out with him after the game here in Morristown, seeing him, a couple years later on Monday Night Football. So it's a great product. I think it's something that people are going to enjoy. This is being done by the right people for the right reasons. The people investing in this just want to provide something to this community. And I love that. I work with a lot of different sports teams across the country, and this is something really special. I hope you guys will be proud of, and I hope that I mentioned it earlier, can really earn the respect and love of the people in this community where they want to be part of this. So very, very excited about all of that. And with that, there's a gentleman who's really remarkable that has done an incredible job with a vision on this that engaged me to come in and kind of help build this. But he's our founder and he's our friend. Let's give it up for Mr. Doug Freeman.
Hey, get out the way, Doug. Get out the way. Get out the way.
Good afternoon. Wait a minute. Let's try this again. Good afternoon. Okay, Morris County. How are we doing today? Let's give ourselves a hand. We're here. Okay. So, this is a monumental day. Very exciting. Morristown and Morris County. You've got a professional football team that's yours. And, to build a team, we have some of our teammates on the dais, but I want to point out some other. Let's look at the man with the Buffalo stuff on, Franklin Steinway. Andre Steve today. There's Donovan. Let's see, next to Andre, he's a little better dressed than me. And then we have folks from Danbury, Connecticut, April and Michael Smith. Yes. Stand up. We come from Danbury, which will be one of your rival towns. And they are founding investor as well, so they must know something. You know something. But this has been a great journey so far. We kicked off with Danbury in April 4th, and then we went to our second location, Fitchburg, Massachusetts, about an hour outside of Boston. And now we're in Morris County, and next month we'll be kicking off our fourth location. And, oftentimes when we come to these wonderful areas with lots of community pride, why do we do this? And we've heard about it. Andre was talking about it. For the community. Sports and entertainment can uplift. It's one of the few things in this world that can uplift a community and bring a lot of great things together. And when we looked at what sports has traditionally done for communities, it's been absolutely amazing. The number one thing is it unites. Right? It brings people together from all walks of life. Could be neighbors, may not be. But sports teaches, I see the wonderful youth. Sports teaches values. And values are powerful in this day and age. I think we see all of these forces that may not be as good for values. But sports is a powerful tool to teach the values of our community. And then when you unite, you break barriers. We have a lot of people from a lot of different places right here in Morris County and our other location in Danbury. The more diverse, smaller communities in America. And we build bridges together. We unite. And we actually gain connections. And of course, the best thing, we have a great time and we have community pride, right? Raise your hand if you got pride already for this team. Raise your hand and clap it out. This is your team. This is your team. Okay? So now we have an opportunity to build something great together as a community. And I like to do a little exercise. It's a little different because communities are about connections, individual. Let's take 30 seconds. Look left, right, say hello to somebody. Hi, my name is, and I'm now connected to you. Just say
Slim Shady. You knew that was coming, right? I don't know, Will. Slim Shady.
Right.
Dave, nice to meet you, Dave. Susan says, my name is.
All right, that's enough. That's enough connecting. Hold on. Wait a minute. Too much fun. Is this a fun area? Does everybody like that? Raise your hand if you're a fun group. Yeah, raise your hand. Yeah. So I won't take up. Tommy's already pulling me back because I could go on forever. But I want to introduce one of our other colleagues, our SVP of operations, and the person that makes everything happen. It even goes down to my family, my $1,600 daughter, but I can't explain that right now. Lisa Giamo.
Yeah, Lisa, let's talk it out.
Thank you, Doug. First of all, Tommy, the shop started at the Eagles stands today is a little
Oh yeah, that's right.
unnecessary.
Philly.
But
Philly in the building.
Philly in the building.
no, I've had the honor and privilege of working with Douglas Freeman for many years in various capacities, and also as a Philly sports fan, I'm very much excited about this opportunity, getting to know Andre, getting to know the team that we've built here has been really special. As Doug said, I'm the person kind of behind the scenes that puts all the puzzle pieces together and tries to make everything work smooth, builds the infrastructure. So if you look in your little pamphlets, the email address that is in there is me. And if you need anything at all as a community, if you have any questions, I'm very much accessible and happy to help and liaise for everything. And again, thank you for welcoming us into your community.
All right.
Good job,
Here we go,
Lisa.
Lisa. Good job, everybody. So when we began to investigate, obviously you can't have a circus without a tent. We need a great arena, right? And we don't want one that's 8,000 or 10,000 seats. You know, it's our target to draw 2,000 or so folks. We hope that will come and enjoy these events. And so when we discovered Menin Arena, we really felt like it was the right place. When we met David, we knew it was the right place. And his staff, Colin in the back, we appreciate so much. Kristen, who I think is off this week, she couldn't be here today, but very, very special people at a very, very special arena who we appreciate a ton. So with that, I'd like to introduce to you my friend, David Helmer.
David.
See if maybe I can do this without a microphone. I'm used to speaking out in the park. So
You're good.
I'm the executive director of the Morris County Park Commission. We're responsible for 22,000 acres of land in Morris County. A couple other counties we have properties in also. 38 facilities, and most people don't know that Menin Sports Arena is one of our facilities. Chris, I love this. This is a great place. I love this location. It's a great partnership between the public and the private sector. Mr. Freeman, Lee Commissioner Reed, Tommy, thank you for reaching out to us to consider Menin Sports Arena as a facility that you want to have your brand being hosted at. And Tommy talked about being in Morris County for 3 days or 3 times. I can tell you, it's not often when I am at Jockey Hollow, the country's first national historic site, looking for a tri-corner hat. Does Tommy walk into the visitor center at the same time? So he does know Morris County. He's going to know Morris County even more so. I also want to acknowledge, I think we still have our 2 council members from Dover for being our host community today. Councilmember Rodriguez and Councilmember Estacio. I got that correctly. Thank you. I also had invited, Morristown, where the team is going to be located, has a rich history in football. There's a family called the Flynn family. The current Morristown High School head coach is Casey Flynn. His grandfather launched Morristown's youth football program known as the Twin Tigers, and his father coached Morristown High football for 40 years. And his great-grandfather won a championship for Morristown High School in 1940. So Morristown has a rich history in football. And the first football game played at Morristown High was in 1895. And I'm told by 1900, I wasn't around for that with it. Morristown was a well-established gridiron program in the area. I had invited a really good friend of mine to welcome Commissioner Reed to Morris County. Part of our hockey family. He's a long-term Buffalo Bill fan, unable to be here. But I will tell you, our sons have played hockey for the last 5 years. And part of the hockey community is you go away on tournaments twice a year. And every year he wants to go to Buffalo. Well, 5 years we haven't been there, but maybe soon we'll be there.
Maybe I can do something about that.
But I think he is one of Morris County's most ardent Buffalo Bill fans.
We can do something about that.
Yep.
Don't worry about it.
So Menin Sports Arena is really predominantly known for skating and all forms of skating, whether it's hockey, figure skating, speed skating, recreational skating. It does offer, as Tom said here, is a 2,500 permanent seat facility, so it feels like a small professional arena, big picture arena. And Rink 1 was opened in 1975 based upon a land donation by the Menin family. Yes, the Men in Speed Stick family. So Tom, put that in your wallet for a possible contact to be a league sponsor. The arena now has 3 surfaces, second built in 1986 and the third built in 2002. Well, how does the Morris County Park Committee, how is it able to host what we think is going to be a really multi-leveled experiential activity here? Not just football, not just music, but community at this site. And I do believe that. The arena in the 70s actually hosted tennis stars Vitas Gerulaitis, Bjorn Borg, Eli Nastasi, and Rod Laver. So on that same area you're going to play indoor football, you had Wimbledon winners and stars. In 1982, the arena hosted the Eastern Figure Skating Championship, where the likes of Scott Hamilton, Elaine Zayak, and Kitty and Peter Carruthers skated. Those Olympians have skated there, and we actually have a family of Olympians that skated most recently in the Canadian Olympics that trained at Menin. In 2002, the women's national hockey team played Sweden in Rink 1 before that year's Olympics. Going back even further, and I don't know if there's many folks around that might remember this, is pay-per-view boxing matches were aired at the arena during the 1970s and early 80s before these contracts were allowed in your private home. So you would go to a bar or a large venue and watch these matches. We're still trying to track down whether the September 1975 Thrill in Manila was aired at the arena. The arena did open in January, so it's very possible that was. So we're trying to get our history together on that. High school graduations, college graduations. Our friends from CCM are here today filming today's activity. Circuses and dog shows, grappling tournaments and mixed martial arts events such as the Grappler's Quest, Cage Fury Fighting Championships, and the Tiger Schulman events. We have even hosted over the last 5 years 80s Wrestling Con at the arena. And next weekend, if you're really into cosplay, you can come to the Garden State Comic Fest and actually see how 2 of the rinks are used for off-ice activities. If we can handle Olympians, circus elephants, Sergeant Slaughter, cosplay characters, football players will fit right in our wheelhouse.
Was Iron Sheik here too?
Not Iron Sheik, he was a couple of years ago. The Morris County Park Commission and the William G. Menin Sports Arena look forward to hosting the league's newest team, and again are grateful that you've considered us as your home facility. So thank you.
Thank you. That's great.
Thanks for that history, man.
Well done. Yeah, the arena is amazing. It's a perfect fit for what we do. Also a perfect fit is the Alliance. Meeting Craig and his whole gang, they've been incredible. Yeah, give them a woo. They deserve a woo, or a woo or two. When I met with Craig, you knew immediately with his energy, with his connections in this community, and you can see why people are drawn to him. So was I, so was this league. So we're really proud to have him as part of our little family for the next few months just to help kind of get this off the ground. So I'd like Craig, if he doesn't mind, to come up here and say a few words. Let's give him a nice round of applause.
Tommy, thank you very much for your kind words and your support. So my name's Craig Slosher. I serve as the president and CEO of the Morris County Economic Development Alliance and Tourism Bureau. We're an affiliated 501c3 with the Morris County Chamber of Commerce. Our role is simple: attract business, attract investment, attract visitors, and attract people that want to work here, and then offer platforms and ways to help people make the most of this opportunity. And I cannot thank the gentleman to our right for your investment, and Dave, I cannot thank you for your partnership, because I would not be involved without you and your leadership and what you've done. Commissioner Reed, I was a quarterback, a couple concussions too. Your memory's outstanding. I just want to let you know you're spot on. One thing that I think football brings is it brings an ability for people to connect on levels within it. You can play a position and talk to someone that you've never played with before, and you can have an understanding. It's a great way of bringing a community together. As most of you know, I'm known for running First Night Mars County, the big New Year's Eve celebration in Morristown, which brings the arts together. When we can bring sports, the arts together, we can drive that inclusive community that we want, that you so aptly spoke about with it. And I'm so thankful that you went out and delivered those footballs for us. So thank you so much.
I did it. Undercover boss on Friday. Somebody recognized me?
Absolutely.
Not like I was in sweats.
So we have a great opportunity here. We have great partners here. Tommy, you're amazing. Chris, I can't thank you enough for the commitment that you make to the community each and every day. I saw this when this was just a dream. And as I understand it, one time it was a supermarket. Yeah. So when you look at what we can do together today, today's a great representative. And we look at the Alliance, it's about creating opportunity together through the power of partnership, and today is a great example of that. Now together we get an opportunity to name this team, to make it something we're all proud of, that allows us to bring our community together and something that we can all go and enjoy. So from June 13th through July 1st, you have the opportunity to name the team. Now, this is, I believe, the first thing that went through my head was like back when I used to play Madden and you could create your own team. This is kind of where my head went. All right, you got your team logo, your colors. All input is good. My only advice is family friendly. Okay? When you want to go ahead and apply for this, go to the website, GOENTFLA.com. So we look forward to doing that. We'll share it with you ahead of time with it. Thank you so much for your investment in the community and your support and leadership. Dave, thank you for being the outstanding partner we have.
Dave.
And Chris, Tommy, thank you so much. Liz, absolute pleasure to meet you, and I know the league's going to be fantastic. And thank you to all of you for coming out. And I have to give a call out to Mr. Kevin Murphy, Director of Business for the Morris County Chamber.
Thank you so much. Great job. Appreciate you. All right, one more. We'll wrap up here pretty quickly. But one thing that we don't want to leave out, because we say it, we want to do what we say. This is really about community. So there's a partner in what we're doing who is a remarkable business person, another executive out of Manhattan, but at the same time, a real homegrown kind of community person that really understands how we need to entrench ourselves and what we hope to accomplish by being a blessing to the people around us, the people that are going to ultimately support us. So if you don't mind giving one more round of applause for Mr. William Rolak.
Yeah, William.
Thank you, Tommy. I am excited to be here. I'm excited to be a part of this. I'm excited to be a part of the Morristown, the Morris County community. Chris, Craig, Dave, thank you for your partnership. From the moment Tommy kicked off and you heard the thread of community, it's extremely important that we get the community involved. This is not just about the Entertainment Football League. It's about this community. And it's about business development. It's about economic development. It's about our nonprofits. It's about those who are also in need. This is a way to give back. I want this county to be very selfish about this team and how you go about participating, how we go about bringing our children out on Saturdays to participate and have fun and be engaged and be involved. And so as an advisor to the league and as a former league executive in sports, I want to make sure that we do our due diligence and we make sure that we include everyone in what we do. So it's going to be very important as we begin to plan for the season, as we begin to plan for getting exposure. Even already there's exposure on the back of this program to our businesses and our local businesses. I want to make sure that we really reach deep and lift everyone up as we grow. So I want to say thank you for this opportunity and thank you for allowing us to be a part of this amazing community. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Guys, we'll be available for questions after. But